Listen closely because what I'm about to share is something most men completely overlook when it comes to blood flow, stamina, and overall vitality after 50. And it's not about expensive treatments or complicated routines. It's about something sitting in your kitchen right now, something you've probably used your whole life without ever realizing its deeper impact on circulation: olive oil. But here's where most people get it wrong. On its own, olive oil is helpful, yes, but it's not the full picture. It supports heart health, it reduces inflammation, and it's part of a healthy diet, but it doesn't fully activate the internal process your body relies on for strong circulation. And without that activation, many men continue to feel a gradual decline in energy, endurance, and confidence, especially in intimate performance. I'm Dr. Sophia, a board-certified urologist, and in my years of practice, I've seen one pattern repeat itself over and over again. Men try to eat clean, they switch to healthier oils, they follow Mediterranean diets, they walk more, they reduce junk food, and yet something still feels missing. That missing piece is almost always related to how efficiently their blood is moving through the body, especially through the smallest and most sensitive blood vessels. Because when circulation slows, the body doesn't prioritize equal flow everywhere. It prioritizes survival first, and the smallest vessels, like those responsible for erectile function, are often the first to feel the difference. To understand this, you don't need complicated medical training. You just need a simple picture in your mind. Think of your circulatory system like a network of highways. When traffic is smooth, everything works efficiently. Oxygen, nutrients, and signals travel freely, and every part of the body functions at its best. But when those highways start narrowing, even slightly, certain destinations start getting less supply, and the body is extremely sensitive to that change. One of the earliest areas where reduced blood flow becomes noticeable in men is sexual health, not because desire disappears, but because the physical mechanism requires strong, consistent circulation. Erections are not simply about arousal or mindset. They are vascular events, meaning they depend heavily on blood flow, pressure, and the ability of blood vessels to relax and expand when needed. Now, olive oil plays a supportive role here because it contains healthy fats and antioxidants that protect blood vessels over time. It reduces inflammation and supports endothelial health, which is the inner lining of your arteries. But what it does not strongly do is trigger a key biological messenger called nitric oxide in a powerful way. Nitric oxide is essential because it tells your blood vessels when to relax and widen. Without enough of it, circulation becomes restricted, and the flow of blood simply isn't as strong or responsive as it used to be. This is one reason why lifestyle improvements alone sometimes feel slow or incomplete for many men. Interestingly, there is another very simple dietary component that has been studied for its potential to support this nitric oxide pathway indirectly, and that is vinegar, particularly apple cider or red wine vinegar. Now, I want to be very clear here. This is not a miracle cure, and it is not an instant fix. But vinegar contains acetic acid, which may help support healthy blood sugar levels after meals and may contribute to improved metabolic function over time. And when your blood sugar is more stable and inflammation is lower, your blood vessels function under less stress. That creates a better environment for circulation overall. Some researchers suggest that improved metabolic balance can indirectly support nitric oxide availability in the body because the endothelium, the lining of your blood vessels, functions more efficiently when it is not constantly under oxidative stress. And this is where the combination becomes interesting. Olive oil supports long-term vascular protection, while vinegar supports metabolic balance and post-meal circulation efficiency. Together, they create a supportive nutritional environment, not a magic switch, but a complementary effect that may help the body function more smoothly when combined with an overall healthy lifestyle. But what most people misunderstand is thinking that one ingredient alone is responsible for everything. It is never that simple. The human body responds to patterns, consistency, and long-term input, not isolated actions. So when men ask for a single trick or instant solution, they are usually missing the bigger picture, which is that circulation improves when multiple small systems start working better together. Let's talk about what actually matters more than anything else here: blood vessel flexibility. As we age, blood vessels naturally become less responsive. They don't expand as easily as they used to. This is influenced by inflammation, diet, stress levels, sleep quality, and physical activity. When vessels become stiff, blood flow naturally becomes less efficient. That affects energy levels, physical endurance, and yes, sexual performance as well. This is why doctors focus so much on lifestyle patterns rather than quick fixes, because the root cause is usually systemic, not isolated. Now, if someone were to include something like a small amount of vinegar in water before meals, or use olive oil and vinegar together in food like salads, the real benefit is not a sudden change, but a gradual support to digestion, blood sugar balance, and vascular health markers over time. Some men report feeling lighter, more energetic, or more active after improving these habits, but responses vary widely depending on overall health, age, and consistency. In my clinical experience, the men who see the most improvement in circulation are not the ones chasing extremes, but the ones who commit to simple, repeatable habits. They walk daily, they hydrate properly, they reduce processed foods, they improve sleep, and they add heart-supportive foods like olive oil, vegetables, and fermented or acidic foods in moderation. These combined habits gradually improve how blood flows throughout the entire body. If you are thinking about trying this kind of dietary approach, it is important to do it safely and realistically. Vinegar should always be diluted in water and never consumed in excess, because too much acidity can irritate the stomach. Olive oil should be extra virgin and used as part of meals, not as a supplement in large amounts. And most importantly, anyone with medical conditions such as diabetes, digestive disorders, or those taking blood pressure or blood thinning medications should speak with a healthcare professional before making changes. What I want you to understand most is this: there is no single ingredient, no single drink, and no single trick that will reverse years of lifestyle circulation changes overnight. But the body does respond when you start supporting it consistently. Circulation is one of the most responsive systems in the human body when given the right conditions. And when circulation improves, everything improves with it. Energy feels better, focus becomes sharper, physical stamina increases, and confidence naturally follows. I've had patients in their 60s and even 70s tell me that after improving their diet, walking more, and staying consistent with simple nutritional habits, they began noticing changes they thought were permanently gone. Not because of one ingredient, but because of the combined effect of better vascular health over time. So instead of looking for something extreme, focus on something sustainable. Start with small changes. Improve your meals. Choose healthier fats. Support your digestion. Move your body daily. And understand that your circulatory system is always listening to what you give it. If there is one message to take away from this, it is that decline is not as sudden or irreversible as it feels. The body is adaptive. It responds to care. And when you start treating it better consistently, it often responds in ways that surprise people. This is Dr. Sophia, and if this helped you understand your body a little better, make sure you take action in small steps starting today, because real change never comes from intensity alone. It comes from consistency over time.